Hey guys, KUZO here, back with another video. In this video today, we're going to be sketching out another full manga page for my manga bounties gate. It definitely has been a second since I've been able to get up a sketch page of my manga, and these are always really fun to do. Get to work on a page while at the same time giving you guys some content, so it's really cool, and it also builds up some anticipation for the manga. But yeah, right now in the video, I'm just kind of getting the frame set and everything like that, and about to start the first panel. When you're a little rusty, the first panel is always the scariest panel to start off with, and for some reason, when you know you're recording yourself, sometimes I get a little stiff, and I end up not performing as good as I could. In fact, I feel like with some of these panels, I feel like I don't even perform as well as I do my real-time videos, but you know, the nerves go away once you do it a lot, and I definitely plan to do this a lot. I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is page 14. I do have some inking to do on the previous pages, and I need some cleanup on page, I believe it is 12, and page 13 actually hasn't even been drawn yet. So what I did was I ended up going, based off the storyboard I found a page that I thought would be interesting to draw for you guys and kind of skipped ahead to that page. That way it would be a little bit more interesting. It's not one of those like kind of more boring pages. You'll see once you read the manga, but yeah, just like my other ones, I am drawing this one traditionally, and it's just on a regular printer piece of paper. I typically don't use anything too crazy when I'm sketching on my pages because I ultimately go ahead and ink it digitally. Funny enough, I actually have quite a few sheets of actual manga paper kind of just sitting around in my house, and I also had the traditional Zebra G pen to ink the manga with, which it would be kind of cool to do a traditional page one of these days for the channel. That'd be kind of cool. And I mean like fully traditional, like sketched and inked on, you know, traditionally. Because I mean technically I'm doing this one traditional, but yeah. Anyways, for those of you who will ultimately ask, a lot of you probably already know, but the pencil I'm using is a 0.7 Bic mechanical pencil. I don't use 0.5 anymore. I don't know, I just really like the 0.7. I do find drawing on the printer paper, you know, it kind of leaves the eraser lines behind a little bit easier than on like smooth manga paper, but I mean, it's all right. I'm going to be just taking a picture of this and then inking it on my iPad and fixing up anything that I really want to fix up. And also, you might see a little piece of paper off to the side with my left hand, and I ended up doing that because it was a really hot day, and I pretty much just fold up a piece of paper and put my hand on it so it doesn't end up wrinkling the piece of paper where my hand is, because it gets kind of clammy and it starts warping the paper, and then it becomes kind of difficult to draw on. But yeah, that's how I kind of get around that, although you see me now not even using it on part of my hand. But actually this pose that I'm doing, I ended up getting mad at it. It looks okay now until all of a sudden I start putting the pants on, and I didn't like the way the legs looked. It looked like he was walking a bit strange. So I ended up erasing and sketching over it quite a few times, and that's something I'm gonna probably go in and tweak digitally. Obviously, if I was going to ink this traditionally, I would be a little bit more careful, and I would probably sketch a little lighter on something that I wasn't so sure on, just so that way it wouldn't create big smudge marks that are like what is happening now. But yeah, also one thing to note about this, just like my other ones, this is actually a real-time video. So if you see me like moving around and stuff like that and having slight little pauses, a big reason for that is I'm probably explaining something to the audience that's going to be watching this real time. My real time video is actually going to be posted onto my Patreon. So that's pretty much what I do with these. I'm going to be doing time lapses for this channel, and then doing the real times for my Patreon. I might post some real times every once in a while on here, but it definitely wouldn't be super often. But if it is something you are interested in, definitely let me know in the comments section. Also, I was thinking about trying out doing a manga page video where I only talk for a portion of it and then play music during a bigger portion of the video, but I might give it a shot, might not. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think of that, because I noticed that I tried it with one of my other videos, and it seems like my audience has grown to like the commentary behind my videos compared to a lot of other art channels really do just put music in the background. So it's kind of funny. I thought my videos would do a little bit better with just music, but it turns out my audience actually likes the commentary. At least some of you guys. I know some of you guys don't. I have seen the comments. I read comments. I just don't pay attention to the trolls. Also, I definitely do want to do an inking manga page video for you guys at some point where I just ink the whole page, but that's going to be digitally, and I don't know, digital videos just seem to not work as well on here, but we'll give it a shot definitely at some point, and maybe even try sketching one out digitally, see how that goes as well. So what's going on with the background here is I kind of messed up on the window, and I tried to freehand it a little bit, and I was like, okay, I need to be a little bit more structured with this, and so I followed the perspective a little bit more accurately, because one of my other pages where I didn't, I kind of was relaxed when I was doing the perspective, it ended up screwing me over a little bit when I went to ink it, because the perspective was definitely off, so I had to go back and fix it. Fix quite a few things on it, so I tried to be a little bit more accurate on this one. Actually, that little clip that showed up, that was the page where I messed up, and I was mentioning it in the real-time video. So you might see me like pull a few things in here and there because it is a real-time video. But yeah, just doing some explaining of my process and my mindset on everything that's going on. Also, I think I actually at one point show my concept of this background. So what I did was I created basically a little concept of the background that I'm working on right now before I actually started the page. So that way I didn't have to spend time figuring out exactly what I wanted it to look like while I was doing the page real time, because that would have taken up more time. So I just concepted the background out and had that off to the side. Definitely something I am going to continuously do, even if it's not for video, because it makes it really easy to go on the page and just really, just go with the flow. Oh, that was the concept that I did just a second ago. But yeah, it makes the page go much easier. And if you're having a hard time with something else on the page or trying to think about something else, it's basically just one less thing you have to think about while doing the page. So it makes the page go a lot easier. You can focus on different aspects and maybe be able to enhance other things a little bit more. And just like always, we're going off my storyboard. I showed it a couple times just a minute ago, and you'd be surprised how often the drawings for the actual page turn out not like the sketches in the storyboard, and sometimes that makes me mad, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it looks better, sometimes it looks worse, and sometimes I spend a bunch of time trying to make it look like the one in the storyboard. And that's where being able to copy your own, like in general, do studies and copy really help. Because if I was able to copy my own work, like someone else's work, I would be able to replicate my own work accurately. So that's kind of annoying when I can't replicate my own work. I'm sure a lot of people have the same feeling, where you draw something and then for some reason you just can't draw that same thing again, but it just takes practice. I think I actually just talked to someone about that during a stream. But yeah, also speaking about streams, I actually stream on my second channel. For any of you guys who are new to this channel, I have a second channel called KUZO. Link will be in the description. I stream on there. I stream some pages. I stream practicing and stuff like that. So definitely check that out if you're into a lot of real-time art stuff. It's just me chilling with you guys, drawing, and all that good stuff. Also, as you can see in the middle right panel, you can't really see it now. I should have talked about it when it was going by, but I drew a little sketch of a guy that's basically a flashback of something. It's already drawn on one of the pages, so I'm just going to be copy pasting it in once I actually go and do it digitally, just like traditional artists would like basically make a photocopy of one of their panels, and they would basically just cut it into that section, and that's how they did the copying of like flashbacks that weren't like new flashbacks. They were like already happened flashbacks. So that's what I'm going to be doing once I go in digitally. I considered just writing flashback there, but I decided to put the little gesture figure, just a little bit more fun that way. And this drawing, this panel, I I feel like I could have done it a little bit better. I could have played with the angles, but I was pretty happy with how it turned out overall. But I learned a little bit about this panel, and I was like, you know, I should try to think about other angles when I go to panels and not always just follow my storyboard. See if I can think of something a little bit more dynamic. But when I started actually doing this panel, I got quite quiet during the real-time video because I was trying to focus on making sure I got this panel down the first time, because there's kind of a lot going on in it with the angle I decided to choose and the two people and trying to express what's going on, and I didn't want to have to redo the whole panel. So I went into quiet KUZO mode where I was trying to think really hard. Also, ever since I started drawing the manga pages, I've actually been looking forward to getting to this point with this character that's bumping into Owen. I've been looking forward to actually finally getting to this part because it's just when things pick up a little bit more and I get to draw some different characters and a little bit more, you know, fun scenes. There's definitely going to be a lot more fun pages coming up soon. I'm super excited to share those and maybe do some inks of them and more sketches and streams and whatnot. But sometimes it's also hard to kind of like find the balance of how many pages I want to show in videos and how many I want to leave out, because it's not like I want to stream or record all of my pages, because if I do that, then like you guys seen all the pages, all that's left is to just read it. We'll figure it out. But if you guys like my arts and want to help support what I do on this channel, go and check me out on my Patreon, link in the description. I do like anatomy sheet pages and show more manga stuff and tutorials and stuff like that on there. But huge thanks to my Patreons. You guys are awesome and really help me be able to do what I do on this channel and really help me be able to keep on going. And special thanks to my Chunin and Joni tier Patreons. You guys are super awesome and really help me be able to keep going forward. But in any case, it's that time. Hopefully you guys liked the video, and if you guys did, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new to this channel, like what you see, please subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notified when each video comes out. Like always, guys, hope you guys are having a great day, no matter where you are, night, day, whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.